Good Thursday afternoon, everyone. I decided to go ahead and have a live sale. I was scheduled to be on with Choochman, but he's having some tests run and someone canceled an appointment, so he couldn't make it. So I decided that I would do it. I know this is last minute, but I do have a lot of amazing things to sell, so I decided to come on. Before you come in the chat, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. So, like I described in my community post, and the title of this video, it is Last Moment because I checked my email and, hey, Ginger, how are you? Good. And I thought, well, I already put out that thing about where I was going to be, and it was canceled for a good reason. So I thought, well, I can just come on myself, and because I know a lot of people like my items, and I thought, why not? So you always got to have a backup plan, so I sure did. It might have been within the last, just within a several hours, but I did put that out there and called it a pop up because that's definitely what it is. And thank you, Ginger, for being here. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well, Ginger. And it's raining here. It's sticky. I've got the air on over here because it's hot up here. Thank you. Thank you. And I said, I'm turning that air on because we had to put an air conditioner up here because, man, does it get hot in the summer, with these upper rooms, the roof just sits down right on it. And when the sun shines on the roof, it heats things up. So, and it won't be long till we've gotten a lot of rain. It was raining. Hey, Nana, welcome in. Good to see you. It was raining a few minutes ago. It hasn't been raining on and off. It'll probably rain all spring, and when the summer comes, we probably won't get it. But that's Mother Nature. Good to see you, Nana. I hope you're doing really well. And like I said, I didn't want to say that I was going to be in an auction. And of course, Man did cancel for a good reason. He's having some test runs. So let's keep him in our prayers. I think his name is Richard. Good. Yeah, I'm doing real well. And I thought, well, I can have an auction just as easy. So I didn't want to disappoint you guys. And so here I am. And as you know, you can tell by the haul videos, there are a lot of neat things. Hey, Laura, welcome in. So this is definitely a pop-up just within hours. So, I didn't want to tell someone that there was going to be an auction and I was going to be in it and or anything like that. So I said, hey, I've got more than my share of stuff to sell. I mean, I did just so happen. Remember this, guys, and the band on that, how yucky that was? I cleaned that up and look what that looks like now. So this little baby will be going up for sale, and it is heavy. So I did clean that. It does need a little bit of fine tuning, but a far cry from what it looked like. So it's heavy too, Nana. It's what's so neat about it. When you look through the bottom, it looks as if it's an optical illusion. It looks like something is actually going up into the bottle. And this has some weight to it. So I thought, well, I'm going to clean that up. And I was able to do it. It still needs some fine touches, but hey, it's ready to rock and roll, as they say. And I did find some other things downstairs. We buy things and I didn't bring them upstairs. So there are some things that Thank you, Ginger. A little bit of elbow grease and a very slight, I think I used, I kind of diluted some cleanser and I just went over it real lightly. It didn't scratch it or nothing. It's in really good shape. So I don't know what the turnout's going to be because of the last moments, but you never know. People do make their rounds and auctions. I know I do. So we'll give it just a few more minutes. I do have a lot of things from probably 2 or 3 thrift hauls, and it's ready to be moved over and out. And of course, my packing, I've changed it a little bit. I don't know if you've seen it. I got it on Amazon. It's a solid sheet, and when you stretch it, these little nooks come out on it, and that's what I've been wrapping with. All right, Laura, thank you. Thank you so much. And so far, so good. And another good thing, it almost sticks to itself. So it has the like a little honeycomb pattern. So far, so good, guys. And, but when you ship glass, I just happened to see it and I thought, I already did, Laura. Hey, Atlantic Avenue, welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you. And this pop up that was only made, the thumbnail was made hours ago instead of days ago. But like I said, I didn't want to let my friends down. My most cherished moments are with you guys. And I know you enjoy the auctions, and I enjoy you guys too. So why not? Let it not be said that I always make up. So, but anyway, so Attic Avenue. I think I know you, Attic Avenue. I'm not for sure, but I think I might. And thank you so much for coming in. We have lots of glass. I deal in a lot of branded glass. As a matter of fact, that's about all I purchase. The more intricate, the better. It usually has a name behind it. And I just happen to be lucky to locate these pieces. All of it comes from one place. And I like to deal in that vintage glass. I guess it's my passion. That's why I changed my YouTube name to Gina's Glass because it just made more sense. So, but we're going to have an auction no matter what. Get a drink of water. My mouth gets dry. I got my air conditioner blowing over there. So, oh yes, Ginger, if you've been at a couple of these halls, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. But like I said, I do offer my prices are pretty modest compared to a lot of these online platforms. And when I get a good deal, when I can thrift something, I give it right back to you guys because that's what it's all about, the opportunity to own vintage glassware that is branded and something you just don't see every day that I just happen to be able to get my hands on. And I stop in there quite a bit. So we're going to go ahead and proceed because a lot of times people, they come in during the auction. And also, if anyone sees anything that they would like after the auction, just email me and I'll take care of it. We're in the selling business and we want to sell it so we can buy some more so we can sell that. But it is very fun thrifting. Okay, the very first thing coming up. Let me move this. I'm going to totally fool you guys. You thought it was glass, right? But look at what I have, and I've had this quite some time, and this is a picture of JFK and Jackie Onassis. It is in pristine condition. Um, to her husband's pride at home and abroad, she came to represent an America of youth, taste, and cultivation. So let me see if there's something else. Oh my, we have more. So this is going to be a memorabilia lot, and we're going to start it at, let's start this at 15 because a lot of these things people can't get a hold of, and it's a memorabilia lot. So there you have that, a picture of JFK. And then you have some pages here, which I didn't even know was there. Valiant is the word for Jacqueline. And I know a lot of people like ephemera. They like to scrapbook with it. And these pages are about the story to JFK secretary. She gave 6 flags. And the story continues on. And it's just really neat, guys. I mean, this is a part of history. So there's that, and it will come in its original. It's pages probably out of a magazine. But anyone that knows that JFK was very beloved as well as his wife. Let me get it back in here. And it's just really neat. I mean, this is a piece of history. And it says on the bottom, 1/28/64. Hey, Lucy, welcome in, which was the year I was born. So these papers are 61 years old. And I'll put them back in a minute because it's taken me a little bit. Now look at this one. This is a magazine, and look, I hope it don't glare. We have JFK and one of his children, and it's from Look magazine, the president and his son. And on the back, it's marked December of 1963. It is I mean, if you like JFK memorabilia, this is your thing. I know a lot of people collect it, and I don't want to tear this up really bad, but we'll leave it in there. It is a magazine, and it says, the president and his son, an exclusive picture story. So this has been bound so long, I can't get it open. So you will have several historical pictures of the president and his children and his wife. There's one of his children right there. It's just a really neat pack. I mean, the magazine is rather thick. And guys, it was in December the 3rd of 1963. And this big magazine was 25 cents, if I can get it to cooperate. 25 cents. I'm just going to have to open this because there's too much glare, and I'll just slice the tape and I'll keep it in its original thing for you guys. I don't want to cut the paper, or me neither. So thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. Let me get, here we go. So let's see what's on the back. Someone really preserved this really well. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Right there, 25 cents. And inside there is a pictorial of all kinds of pictures of JFK. And this is old, guys. I'm surprised this is still in one piece. But yes, it is. Here's the back of it. And it does have several pages to it. And it's just really neat, something that you will not find around the corner because a lot of these are probably long since gone. But there we have it. So, and then the history behind him being killed. And hey, Lenore, welcome in. I just thought it was really neat. And this big magazine in pristine condition, you don't see that. And it was from 1963. I'll set this off to the side and do it later. And let's see, let's set this here. So that is the JFK memorabilia. So now you probably saw this on a short. I was in an auction and offered this for $25 today, and today only, this show only. It's in its original box, and we're going to offer this is insane. If you see what these things sell for, this is an insane price, and I'm going to start it at $20, and it is brand new in its original boxing. Look at that, $20 for 6 cups and 6 coordinating saucers. That's a deal. If you look these up online, they are expensive. You probably couldn't get 6 cups, and Lenore is a smart lady. Lenore says 20. It is beautiful, Lenore. It will come in its original box. It's Brew to a T is the branding on that. That's a good deal, guys, because I've seen 4 cups online sell for more than what I'm offering the entire set. Here is a close-up of how beautiful the gold around that. Look at the handle on that. Brand spanking new. If you wanted to gift it, the box is not in pristine condition, but it has everything in it. So I have Lenore at 20, and she's getting a fabulous deal. You could, like I said, you couldn't even buy 6 cups online for $20. So that's a good deal. And the best part about it, it comes already protected. So I'm looking at that $20 bid for Lenore, and boy, Lenore, is this beautiful. Oh my goodness. No, it didn't break. Thank goodness. Boy, is this beautiful. Let me make sure. Good thing that was a wooden desk. But yeah, look at that. Beautiful. You get the coordinating saucers to go with the cups. It's very, if you had some kind of a chest, and it's fine, guys, nothing happened to it. There's the symbol on the back, and so I don't see any other bids. So Lenore's going to get something fabulous for $20 because we're going to start calling her down. Of course, you got this goes on top, and like I said, the box is not in wonderful shape, but yet it's not in bad shape. There's no corners. So we're calling it to Lenore. Congratulations, sweetheart. What a deal this is. So we're going once to Lenore for that $20 bid. And we're going to go twice to Lenore for that $20 bid. What a deal. What a deal. Final and last call, 16.5 inches long on the box by 9.5. And we're calling this sold to Lenore. Congratulations, sweetie. You could gift this. There are some little imperfections on the box, but no corners are frayed. And Mother's Day is coming. Keep that in mind, guys. You're welcome, Lenore. Wouldn't your mother just be elated to receive something that gorgeous? It's beautiful. So that's going to Lenore. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Very giftable. My guess is that someone probably had it and they never used it and they just put it up and it ended up donated. That was a steal of a deal, and that goes to Lenore. Let me make sure that I don't lose that. Congratulations. That is beautiful. What a deal that was. Let's put that right there. And I did email some people and let them know that I was coming on, what time, it was a pop up, yada, 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 so on and so forth. So, next, this is very unusual, guys. I had this downstairs and I did a short on it probably several months ago. Look at this vase. Look at the separate receptacles for roses. And it is by J. Wilford for Andreas Sadek. So there you have your information right there. I imagine this is probably from the 60s. How much should I start this at? I'm going to start this at $12. It's very unique. It is marked. It is ceramic. Here is your back right there. And it's just really different. I believe that is probably, it appears to be, I think that's kind of, that's not a decal, but I know it's different and it looks a little unusual. But yeah, you can put, I could imagine some kind, you could use silk flowers in here, some kind of arrangement put in here, and it, kind of goes over like that. It's ceramic, no chips or cracks. And it's J. Wilford, division of Andrea Sadek. And it's just different. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's really unique. Something, I would say it's from the 60s. It's just really unique. I'll give you a measurement on it. But there's all kinds of potential with this. You just have to use your imagination. 7 inches tall. Hey, Shell Bell, I was thinking about you. You must have picked up on it. It is 8 inches across. It's different. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but there again, there she is. I must say I had never seen anything quite like that. So I guess if you get roses, you can arrange them in that, and you know, the highest, lower, 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 and so forth. It's just different. I thought it was neat. But there it is. J. Wilford by Sadek. That looks very hand painted to me because of the just by the way that those, it looks like they're it might be a forget me not. I don't think they're pansies, but there you have it. Very different, unique. If you're looking for something that no one else has or has seen, that's the ticket. So now we have something that some of you have been waiting on. These are by Artland. They are, and I'm going to start the bid at 25, guys, because it's what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. I mean, here's at $5, there's $35 and $5 on these anyway, and you get the original. And it does have that long stem. The reason why these are shaped like they are is because it helps with the carbonation of the champagne. And as you can see, and they are hand blown, you will see some bubbles in there as well. And Shell Bell said, I've been waiting on those, and we have Shell Bell in at 25. And the way I'll ship these, I've got some larger pool noodles, and I will slit the middle, put these down in there, and that's how I'm going to do it. And you have green, 2 shades of green, blue like a brown, and this yellowish color. something very different you don't see. I've seen the prices all over the place, but since I know what I paid for them, I'm offering them at a lot better price than you could get online. And I'm going to look darn good doing it with those babies. I know, Shell Bell. So we have Shell Bell in at that $25 bid. What a deal that is. Because I know a lot of these sell, like 5 of them sell for a lot more than that. So if I don't see any other interest in the chat, we're going to call this down for Shell Bell. I already have a plan on shipping them, so it's all good. So we're going to start calling this for Shell Bell. I'm not seeing any other interest. We don't want to dilly-dally. I know, isn't it, though? I had no idea. So we're going to go once to Shell Bell for that. Reminds me of a bouquet in a way. We're going twice to Shell Bell. Final and last call on an opportunity for something that you don't see every day. And Shell Bell said, shut up. No, I'm kidding. And we are sold to Shell Bell for $25. And congratulations to you, Shell Bell. They're coming to you, and thank you so much. Yeah, Shell Bell. That's why I sent her that email, because I knew she was. Congratulations. They are beautiful and something that I had never seen. Hey, Nana Tink, welcome in. Something that I had never seen, had no idea what it was, but it looked interesting, and that goes to Shell Bell. All righty. It's one thing about Shell Bell. If she wants something, she gets it. You're welcome. To me, it reminds me of a bouquet almost. That's what it reminded me of. I didn't know what it was, but it didn't take long for that camera on that phone to take that picture. And from what I can tell, Shell Bell, it's in the original receptacle. So good, good, good. This is heavy. And thank you for coming in. Yes, I was just really, I looked at it and I'm like, do those things go on the ground? And I'm like, no, silly. So I took a picture, and to my astonishment, I must not get around much or been in that upper crust society. And they were champagne glasses. And I was like, whoa. Now I'm going to freeze some grapes and strawberries. That sounds good. Hey, Face the Ace, welcome in. I had just got home and rushed to my laptop. Shell Bell said she best not be offering that till I get there. Shell Bell, I was waiting on you if you want to know the truth of the matter, because I knew you wanted it. Yep. So now I'll have to look up the specs on this one. This is another amazing piece. Let me grab it out of. Usually when I sell something, I take it out of the gallery because I don't want a bunch of stuff in here that you look up and no more storage space. Where did that go? Don't tell me I'm going to have to take another picture. Yes, that is just something that I never imagined I would ever come across. Well, where is that? Aha, I found it. Hey, Francine, sweetie, welcome in. Good to see you. I found it. So this is heavy too, guys. This is no lightweight. Look at that. Look at the bottom of that. And we have the top that goes with it. It is rather weighty. And it looks like we have some numbers. This is oven proof, guys. And see, here's your top. It's like a casserole dish. I really like the scalloping on the edge of that right there. And we're starting this at 12, guys. What a deal for something so beautiful. And I'll give you the specs on it. So let's take a look here. Sometimes I forget I sleep since I did this. So I slept rather. It is a vintage Libby orchard fruit embossed glass. And yeah, they ain't starting at no, doesn't start at 12 online. Vintage Libby orchard fruit embossed glass covered casserole and pie dish. Let me see if I can. Here it says with a total weight, no way, of 7 pounds together. No way. It is heavy though. Look at that. I don't, Laura, that I bet you could. And what a fancy, how fancy would that be to bake a pie in that and just take it? I guess in a way, if you wanted to, you could reverse the process, put the pie in there to keep things out of it. Just set, well, if you got a crust, it'll be obliterated. So it is nice and it does have weight to it. So there it is. That's a good price on glassware for, I'm really not for sure the year of this, but it does have a fruit motif on it. It does say vintage, so I'm assuming that it is vintage. I do not know the year, but you have strawberries, apples, and all that good stuff in really good shape. A nice shade of green, if that's what you're looking for. And that one starts at 12, guys. I'll give you a measurement on it very carefully, that is. So we're looking at from handle to handle, it is approximately 12 and a half inches. The the casserole part has a depth of 3 inches. And then in the depth going all the way across in this, it is approximately 8 inches. You know, if you use a pen that has a measuring tape, you're least apt to lose it, right? You're like, things disappear, but it is really nice. And there she is at that $12 starting bid. I bet that wasn't even $12 when it came out. So we have that. So, you know, when you're dealing with something that does have a name connected to it, makes it, Libby is connected to it. So we will set this out of the way and go on to the next. So this has been downstairs. It's brand spanking new. It's a sign. And for those of you that drink coffee, know where this is coming from. Okay. Or get the tag off of it. I had some stuff downstairs I had to bring up here. Trying to get that old sticker off of there. And I'll clean that up. So it says, and we'll start this at 7. It is brand spanking new. There's your hanger. And it says, a day without coffee is like, just kidding, I have no idea. It is a brand new sign. And I'll give you a measurement on it. It comes in at about 11 and a half inches. It is brand new. It does have some sticky on it, but I will clean that off. Isn't that cute? A day without coffee is like, and you just draw a blank and just kidding, I have no idea. It's got really pretty script writing there. but I thought it was really different. Would be cute in someone's kitchen. There's your hanger right there. So we have that. There's your back. It's brand new. It's just got some sticky on it. And there's your back of it. It's like new, a little hanger sign. It's that big. So we will put that one over there and move to the next. Now, I'm going to offer, it's going to be an either or, and I have two vintage decanters, and one of them I cleaned myself, the metal on it, and it came out real good. So we have, excuse me, look how I clean that up. We have two vintage decanters. This one is really old. You've got your solid glass ball on the top, and I'll show you the bottom. Has an optical illusion. It looks like something's actually going up into that bottle. So we're going to do a start bid of $10 for choice, which is way crazy because they are vintage. Here is number 2 with that diamond point. They are vintage. There's that on the bottom. That is referred to as the diamond point. These are in really good shape, good condition. There's the top. And we have two. This one's weighty. I mean, these would be pretty sitting anywhere, really. So this is heavy. You can feel it trying to slip. But you have that one. I'll put it in my right hand. I'm stronger in that. We have these two. Where's those decanter people? I had sold a couple of them a lot less fancier than this. They went crazy over them. But we have the two, and the starting bid on these are $10 for choice. These things you don't find every day. What is it? But yeah, this one in particular is really, really nice. I cleaned up that banding around there. That one is heavy. I guess combined with the weight of the receptacle and that right there makes it heavy. So and then there were two. So very nice vintage diamond point. Those would be pretty sitting about anywhere. So there's that. Let me get me a drink of water. I've talked myself into being thirsty. So we will move these over in a safe place. Let's see. I don't even know what to do next. I'm surrounded by stuff. Okay. Now, this is the queen of the candy dishes. Oh, yeah, it's sticky out there, Shell Bell. It's been raining. Always take the lid off. This is a very vintage, intricate candy dish. And I think we'll start this one let's start it at 10, and that's cheap. You have that little spiral type pinwheel design. Here is your top. There again, that would be pretty. I know it does. And I will tell you what it is because it is a branded piece. And I'll go in here and look. Whoops, hit the wrong thing. Very beautiful. It's fancy now, I'm telling you. Let me find that. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Up here in the lower 40s. But, like I said, I deal in a lot of glass uh, all of it that is vintage and people don't see every day, and really bring it at a good price, because if you'd see some of this online, you would gasp for sure. This is a princess glass, clear. It's crystal too. What? $10? And I'll tell you the description. We have Shell Bell in at 10. This is a vintage crystal candy dish with a lid likely from Princess House, featuring a Hob star or pinwheel pattern. It is made of clear pressed crystal glass. I don't see a year, but I can tell you it is vintage. What a deal this is. Very beautiful. So Shell Bell's in at 10. We're not messing around today. We're going into it big. Let me give you a measurement before I. A lot of people like to know the particulars. 8 inches tall from the bottom of the base to the top of the point. Look at your bottom. How beautiful is that? My candy dishes are filled with rocks, not candy. So we have Shell Bell in at that $10 bid. Beautiful. So if I have too much candy around, I'll sit and eat it while I'm watching. And crystals would be beautiful. Lights would be beautiful in that too. So if there's anyone interested, this would be the time to come in on this, because Shell Bell is already in at that $10 bid. We'll give it just a few milliseconds. So it's a fancy one, I'll tell you. So we're going to start calling this down. You know, hubby just nailed a bag of caramel bullseyes. Oh my God, caramel is my weakness. I could get in trouble. I like milk duds. So we're going to start calling this down for Shell Bell, because I don't see anybody coming in on it. So it is very beautiful, a very piece reminiscent of the past. So we're going once to Shell Bell for that $10 bid. Going twice to Shell Bell for that $10 bid. Final and last call, and it's in perfect condition. There's so much going on this. But you could, when I took that lid off, you could hear it. Fair warning. And it looks like Shell Bell will be able to fill this with yet more of those caramel bullseyes, because it's hers. Congratulations, Shell Bell. Thank you so much. That is a beauty now. So Shell Bell gets that, and congratulations. My daughter bought me a big bag of those little Hershey bars. I don't like dark chocolate. And the Crackle bar and the Mr. Good bar, and I have to put it where I can't get a hold of it. You're welcome, Shell Bell, because I tell you, when you're sitting there watching an auction or TV, time gets away, and you look up and you're like, uh-oh, that is beautiful. Let's set it over here. So, moving on. I've had these Libby glasses for a while. They are cobalt blue. They are vintage, and they are really nice for whatever you would choose to put in them. So, this is vintage Libby. They're cobalt blue. They go from very light down to a darker. What I have? I had these at $12. I will start these at $10. That's unheard of. You have the little knots right there, like a hobnail type design. Then you have that textured bottom across there in excellent shape. And so far I haven't lost my, better knock on wood. They're 6.5 inches tall and very, very nice if you're, then they're almost coming in at 3.7, 3.75 inches deep. Lenore likes glasses. She bought my other green ones from Mexico. So Lenore is in for 10. I had the whole set for 12. What a deal that is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I see Lenore in for that $10 bid. Very lovely the way they're made. Stippled on the bottom, hobnail, those little things are sticking out. So I don't see any other interest. So if you're interested, now would be the time to come in. If not, we're going to start calling this for Lenore. Give it just a few moments to make it fair. So we're going to go once to Lenore for that $10 bid. Going twice to Lenore for that $10. Final and last call on these beautiful Libby 4 set of glasses. And it looks like, Lenore, these babies will be coming to you. And congratulations, sweetie. So those are Lenore's. Congratulations. That was a deal. So $10. Very good. It's nice to have something in your you're welcome, honey. It's nice to have something in your cabinet that's pretty nice when company. Oh boy, hammer time. So we will just put these over here while Laura bonks Gixmo or whatever his name is in the head and gets rid of him. Bless his heart, he does make his rounds. Just saying. Now, let's go over to this. Now, now that the gauntlet has been dropped right on his head, so we have, whenever I see someone laughing in the chat, it makes me laugh too. Let me find this. I tell you, he needs to find something to do besides irritate people. That's why he does it. She's got the muzzle for him. I don't think we'll have any more problems out of him. You know, there's always a bot. I used to get extremely upset, and I looked at it like this. You can't do nothing about it. They're going to do it. Just get rid of them and move on. You know, I don't like their distraction, but hey. So, we have an Azel Atlas mid 20th century triangle shaped with a lid and features a pattern of leaves and pinwheels, amber glass from the 1950s or 60s. And I'm going to have to start this at 12, ladies and gentlemen. It is vintage. I usually just leave that on there. It is a very unique shape if you're looking for something a little different. There's the inside of that. I'll give you a measurement on it. So the biggest part of it is about 7 inches, and it narrows down. It is Hazel Atlas, and Lenore said, she's getting her some pretties tonight. I don't blame you, Lenore. But look at that, how gorgeous. Amber color, vintage. Let's see if we can find a date. So but it did say that it was probably from the. I'll have to wipe that off. Guys, I never send any from the 1950s. I do not send things out nasty. That is beyond me, not when they make Dawn dish liquid and a rag. So I don't do that. It's clean. So we have Lenore in for that $12 bid. How beautiful is this? Let me check it and make sure. Oh, yeah, it's in good shape. It is a hazel atlas. I do enjoy bringing vintage glass. That's about all I look for. Checking her out real good here. So we have Lenore in for that $12 bid. Vintage piece from the 1950s or 60s, hazel atlas. So unless I see any other bids coming in on this exquisite piece, we're going to call her down. I like to give people an opportunity. People like to look at the specs of everything, and I don't blame them. Boy, Lenore has got some beautiful stuff, guys. I'm really happy for you, Lenore. So we're going to call it because I don't see anybody coming in on that. So we're going to go once to Lenore for that $12 bid. Going twice to Lenore for that $12 bid. Boy, that's something else. They did it right back in the day. Final and last call to Lenore for this gorgeous piece. A showpiece in anyone's home. So there we have it. Fair warning, guys, because we're getting ready to sell it. Thank you, Nana. And we are sold to Lenore. This is gorgeous. So I'm going to put your name on that. Congratulations, sweetheart. It's a beautiful piece. Lenore. And I'll just put that in there. But wait, there's more. I have more amber. You're welcome, sweetie. Amber colored glass. So I might as well bring it all over. So here we have even more amber glass. How should I do this? One is obviously more spectacular than the other. Let's see, maybe I should do it separate. Okay. Because one is like pow and the other one's like, nah. I mean, it's pretty, but it's not even in the same category with this one. So let me look it up real quick, and thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys know where to come to get that glass, I'm telling you. Aha. And I thought about going thrifting, and I told myself, you are not going anywhere until you sell some of your stuff. Now get over it. You're getting too much. Oh, look at this, guys. We'll start this one. I'll start it at, even though it's only one, it's still magnificent. Let's start this one at 7. To me, if you had, these would be pretty setting. I wish I could have got a hold of them, guys. This is a vintage amber goblet made by Ellie Smith Glass in the mid 20th century, which features an eagle and the shield right in the middle. Look how, I think it's with American Eagle, pressed amber glass, features, and we have a Lenore in at 7. So we're going to continue to read so everyone will know exactly what they're getting. Features an American Federal style with an eagle and shield design, approximately 6.25 inches tall and 4 inches wide at the mouth. The era is mid-century modern, likely made in the 1960s. Popular among collectors of vintage glassware and American-themed decor. But it is L.E. Smith, so Lenore says 7. What? It's a goblet, but how could you? Well, I guess you could. Oh, yes, look at that. And an L.E. Smith. I like to bring that branded stuff. So I see Miss Lenore in at that $7 bid. How, oh man, would I love to have gotten hold of at least 5 more. So she don't want everything, does she? So seeing Lenore in for that $7 bid and no one else coming in, we are going to call this down for Miss Lenore. And as you can see, even right there, it has the little knobs right there. There's your bottom. So we're going to go once to Lenore for this beautiful L.E. Smith piece. The majestic eagle with the shield, very Americana, as you would say. And we're going twice. Final and last call. See, you've got stars going on in that. And this one is sold to Lenore for that $7 bid. Congratulations, sweetie. It is really, like I said, I would have loved to have gotten a hold of 5 more, but hey. And we are sold to Miss Lenore. Thank you so much. I made myself not thrift. You're welcome, sweetheart. Because I had stuff to sell and you don't want an overabundance of stuff. You want to kind of keep it fresh and keep it moving. Congratulations, sweetheart. That's yours. So, alrighty then. So I know that everyone is familiar with Fenton. Fenton has been collected for many years by many people. It is beautiful. The glass is quality. A lot of artists do renditions on bells, and this is no exception. So here we have a Fenton bell, which has hand painting on it. And the artist is S. Stevens. Let me see if I can will my way. And we had a very long conversation about this when I showed it. And we're going to start this at $12, and that's cheap because we have an artist signed. Let me turn that out before I end up blind. Right there, L. Stevens. I did it before. I can't see what I'm doing. L. Stevens, artist signed, something you don't see every day. And the color is amethyst. It also has like a honeycomb pattern that is inside the glass, not on the outside. It is beautiful. It's in great condition. I'm not for sure the year. There's your clapper on it. That's what it sounds like. That's a good deal because these people who buy Fenton probably... I do see some bubbling right there, which was part of the production, I'm sure. And she is beautiful, and it's amethyst glass is what they call it. It is beautiful. So if there's no interest, anyone watching this video after the fact, if you love Fenton and you collect Fenton, some people like cranberry and etc., then this sweet deal, and it's sweet, let me tell you. Will be available for sale with that hand painted S. Stevens design on that. It is really a beauty. Just saying. Yeah, Fenton is a real. I mean, it's a the is very renowned in their own. I mean, they've been doing this for centuries, and but anyway, there she is. There's your bottom, looking all perfect. No cracks or chips. So we will pass on this if anyone is watching this after the fact and they're a Fenton collector or just like the way it looks and loves that price because it's a good one. It'll be right here. I'll set it right over there. It's a beauty. I was very fortunate to come across that, by the way. Thank you, Nana. So next up, this is a vintage amber cruet, which this had, I think it had like bath oil in it, 6 fluid ounces, Avon Product and Company. Excuse me. But it is older because we know now in modern times that you just don't put a lot of things in glass because people have kids. And let me look this up to see. People have children, and I'm sure this was back in the day. Let me see. Let me find it. We'll start this one at $6. This is Avon. Had to hide the red bell I got from you. Hubby found it and thought he was important. He ain't ringing that bell for service, is he, Shell Bell? Oh my goodness. So you should tell him if anybody rings the bell, it'll probably be you for more of those caramels. Oh, I love caramel. Oh, that and coconut. And tell him, and no, you don't have any gray poupon. So let's take a look here, guys. See if we can pin down a year on this one. Alrighty, it was sure easy to get to, guys. I think the most collected of any Avon as far as like dishware is Cape Cod. It really is. And I think these thrift store, it is vintage. I don't know what year it's from. I think these thrift places are figuring out that probably my fault, but it's about, I would say, about just a few off of 7 inches because I got lucky and bought that whole lot. That's what I use my hubby's grandmother's china. Oh, wow. So there you have it. It does have the faint smell of bath oil past. Oh, I have got to find it. I bought a dish set somewhere and put it somewhere, and I haven't located it yet. But you have your collectible little Avon bottle back when they still put things in glass. So there's that one marked vintage. And just one of those set around things. So we'll put that over there. What's next? What's next? Hmm. Speaking of bells, boy, that's got one heck of a ringer on it. I tell you, you could hear that ringing into the house next door. So let me look this up. I know it's old. A lot of people used to collect bells back in the day. I think as we get older, we're kind of more practical sometimes, and or we just get kind of tired of dusting. Let's see, where'd that go? Where did it go? It should be right along in here somewhere. Hmm. I know that was in here now. Where is it? Let's see. Forget. By the time I try to find it, I could have already took another picture. But I'm pretty sure it's vintage, guys, and it probably has a certain name to it. Alrighty then. And it's approximately about 7.5 inches tall, and I'll give you the specs on it. Man, that ringer is fancy. Look at that ringer on there. It's just not one bead, it's several with that really, I think that's like a tulip design on there. Back it up a little bit. So I'll tell you what we're dealing with here. So what this is it's a, I'm going to slaughter this. It was, I think I had 6 on it, $6. What did I do with it? Yeah, I had 6 on this. I mean, it's very vintage, probably back when the kids knew better than to touch something that was glass. It needs to be washed. It does have, at least it don't really smell. And then I guess this is the pouring receptacle right here. And then that just goes right there, probably from the late 60s. It's a beauty. It's got the little pour spout right there. So I don't see any interest on that. It's available if you change your mind. Just send me an email and I'll take care of it. Okay. This is a vintage bell black. I probably couldn't say it bell, but I sound like I'm about ready to get sick, but I'm trying to pronounce this word. So this is a vintage black crystal bell, West Germany frosted tulip, which hints that right there. And we'll start this one at, we better start it at $8, but it is a vintage BLEIKRISTAL bell from West Germany. And as you can hear, it's got quite the tone to it. I'll give you a measurement on it. I had coffee up here and haven't even put it in there and it don't get cold. And let's see, it's coming in at about, it's almost 8 inches. It is beautiful. Bell Crystal, I guess that's a brand. Very beautiful bell. There's the inside of it. Has that amazing clapper on it, not just one bead, but several right there. A really nice little bell if that's what you're into and you collect. Let's see here if we can find a year on it. Nope, can't find a year, but it is country and region of manufacture is West Germany. So there we have that beautiful little bell with that frosted tulip type design right there. And it's hard to see when the light's taking everything away. There we go. That's a better shot. So there is that. So we'll put this back over here and we're going to bring out the queen, another queen of the candy dish. This one, guys, is really amazing. It's larger. It is vintage. It does have that diamond point, and let me give you the specs on this one. Let's see. Which one is it? No, that's not it. There it is. Now you know why when I sell them, I get them out of the gallery because you don't need a bunch of things that. Okay, this one is a beauty, guys, and we'll have to start this one at 12, and it may be worth more, but what can I say? So we have a vintage, whoops, Anchor Hawking Wexford pressed glass lidded and footed candy dish that is 8 inches tall from the bottom of the base to your lid. Here's what the lid looks like. Another fancy one. This one's larger. Let's kind of take a spin and take a closer look at that. The bottom is even decked out. You do have that pretty good sized pedestal on that as well. And I'll give you a measurement on it. It's a beautiful piece. Let's see, we're coming in at 6.5 inches. It is approximately 4 inches deep. It is vintage Anchor Hawking, Wexford. So, isn't that beautiful? As we lower it down, you can see the intricate detail in this one. Just a real pretty piece. And it is vintage, and I usually leave those stickers on there. And it's even decked out on the below the dish itself, right on the bottom there. It's really, really a beautiful piece. It would look beautiful in anyone's home, if fancy or not, you know. So there's that one. I'm setting this over. You know what? This is odd because I forgot to plug in my Ethernet cable and better hush. So just for giggles, let's go ahead and plug that in. And here lately, I've forgotten to plug this thing in. It's been working fine. I guess that's the Spectrum in their. Does it not go there? Alrighty then. So I know I can't jinx myself because I've been there and done that. So where's the top of that? Aha. Here's another amber colored, except this one is like an amber carnival glass type. And it's really, really beautiful. I forgot I had this. Man, they stick the stickers on it. I'll give them that. Let's see. I forgot I unplugged that. Let me re-plug it back in. Okay, not to be really bright. You tone it down just a hair as I blind everybody with the light. But this one is this is vintage and it's amber colored, but it is also carnival type glass. And we'll start this one at $10. You have that swirl pattern on the bottom. Isn't that pretty? There's the mouth right there, and I'm sure I have it in my phone so we can get down to the business here. Let me find it. Let's see. one thing they, if they have something vintage, they always put that V on it, and I slept since I bought that. Hang on there it is. So I'll tell you what it is. It does have that carnival glass look to it. Very pretty. There's your bottom. And let's see what they're saying about it. Well, duh, you hit the wrong button. So this is an imperial diamond cut marigold vintage carnival glass vase. And then I see other descriptions of vintage Indiana glass. Then I see Jeannette glass. So maybe they describe, I don't know, Imperial, Jeannette glass, and Imperial diamond cut. So who knows? But I guess it's a vase, but it's not very tall. So I'll give you a measurement on it. I've never seen so many descriptions on one. It leaves you wondering what's the right one. It's about 7 inches tall and approximately about 5 inches deep. It is a small one, but it is beautiful, and we'll just go with Imperial Diamond on it, and it is amber carnival glass and amber. There is that bottom part there, and that light's kind of helping it out a little bit because you can really see that little reflection going off on that one. Let's get what the opening is on the mouth of it. It is about, I would say, about 5.5 inches across the mouth. It just is a really beautiful little, it's a vase, so according to the specs, and it is amber, and it is amber carnival glass. You can see the reflective nature of those, the way they have that cut. So there's that one. So now we're going to switch off to something totally different. If I can find my, I've had this necklace for a little while. Let's see if I can find it. If not, okay, guys, we have a mother of pearl and real pearl necklace here. Let me find and there's your lobster claw, but that is mother of pearl, and those pearls are real right there. The thing you can tell about, when that little speck of sand or whatever gets into the mollusk, you can tell the way the direction of the secretion goes. Hence, that right there, you can see that little lip. And I'll start this one at 7, and it is pearls, and the disc are mother of pearl. And I'll give you a measurement on it. I just thought sometimes they slip up and put something out because they can't identify what it is, and then that's when I come along and grab it. So it's about let's see here, about 26 inches long, and those beads are not sterling silver, but that is mother of pearl and real pearls. That's a nice layering necklace. It does have a lobster claw, and it's a little bit longer than some of them are. It's a pretty one. But yeah, you can tell they're real pearls just by the way like when the foreign, like a piece of sand is inside a mollusk, and I guess the mollusk itself, it excretes something and it goes around it to protect the inner lining. So there's that one. That is pearl. It may not be everybody's jam. Let's see here. Let's find, there was something else. So I have these are cloisonne, and I probably said it right. They are not sterling, and if someone loves elephants, there's three. I'll sell it as a lot, and it is one of them is a pendant, and it is an elephant, and that is cloisonne. If you're into elephants, then we have a big one that goes on. I'll start all three of these at 12, which is cheap because me too, Shell Bell. I love all jewelry. And there you have your larger cloisonne on both sides. Then you have the little tiny baby, and that is cloisonne. All elephants. Two of them have trunks down. I'm not superstitious, so. Well, they all do. That's not an omen, I promise. Cloisonne, your elephants. This one would go on, it has something that's not silver that could go, you could put a smaller necklace through that. And there's your elephant. In really good shape. Nothing wrong with these at all. I've got a cloisonne collection downstairs. There was just something about it, and that's just cloisonne is French metalwork is what it is. So there's those three. Sometimes cloisonne is extremely popular and sometimes not so much. So we'll put this over here, and what's next? Okay, I got something sitting right beside me I'm going to bring up. Now, pink depression glass, you don't see it a lot. And whenever I see it, it's like a moth to a flame because pink is my favorite color. Imagine that. So we have, this is delicate, guys. We have this very delicate, it's like a, boy, it's dusty. It's like a tray that you would put your jewelry in. There's your handle. It's pink. Excuse me. And I'll start this at 7. Got that little hole. It's a very dainty little, kind of reminiscent of Fenton, but it's not. It is an older piece. Very beautiful. And that beautiful pink depression glass, which is not the easiest thing to find. It's out there, but it's not the easiest. And I'll give you a measurement on it. It's very, very, I thought it was so ballerina looking or something. So it's coming in about 7 inches. And it's just a beautiful little piece from a blast from the past. Of course, I think I just recently got this. Of course, it does need to be cleaned up a bit. Be pretty by the bedside or even in the bathroom with the decorative soaps in it to put your jewelry down so you don't lay it down and forget what you did with it. I don't entertain like I used it, or I'll take that off your hands. Love it. Which, this Shell Bell, this one here, sweetheart, it is very beautiful. So we have Shell Bell coming in, and I have this for 7, correct? I believe. This is so delicate, and it reminds me, I guess the flowing part reminds me of a ballerina. And I'll take a pool noodle and put it around that. But it is beautiful. I mean, if you have decorative soaps or want to put it by your on your nightstand table to put your jewelry in so you can find it. Oh, no, I don't want it. Okay, Shell. She was just saying, but it is beautiful. But it is depression glass. That was back when it's very flowing. Yeah, it is beautiful. It kind of reminds me of a ballerina. All right, where is. Okay. So just when you thought you wasn't going to see, this could be something you could put like um, this, like little biscuits or something in this, or candy. It doesn't have to be used specifically for that reason, but it's beautiful. I've never seen one on a pedestal like this before. And here we have it. This one should, I'm just going to start it at 12. It should be more because it's big. Oh, yeah, I'm guilty of that. I like to, clothes and jewelry are like this. If you got it, wear it while you're still young and look halfway decent in it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The diamond point. And I'll give you a measurement on it. Big old lid on it. Vintage, and I'll tell you all about it. Thank you, Shell Bell. Like I said, while I'm still young enough to get away with it, right? Let me give you a measurement. I know it was long as I can. I mean, I think as we get older, tea bags, yeah. I think as we get older, ladies, we become a little more demure about things, and it's about, I'm talking, and it's about 9.5 inches. It's beautiful glass. I'll give you, we'll go in and take a look. But yeah, you could put many things. It's just a beautiful piece. Let's see. Let me, what did I do with that? Wrong. Let's back it up a little bit. Aha, there she is. Whoa, it is a vintage heavy crystal canister candy biscuit cookie jar with lid. So that's what it is. It's a biscuit cookie jar, candy, whatever you want to do with it. Some people, it's just really pretty, but it is vintage. There's your bottom right there. Yeah, you could put tea bags in there. Your beautiful glass, the way it's cut like that. It's got a really nice pedestal bottom on it. Put that on there. Just a gorgeous piece, and it's not branded, guys, but it's really pretty. Crystal canister. Well, it doesn't sound like crystal to me, but it did just then. It does have a ping to it, so I guess it's lead crystal. But how beautiful is that? So there your lid goes on just like so. It does have weight to it. It is really, really pretty. Let's put it down before I take the lid off. You have your notorious spiral on the bottom that totally tells the story of everything. And there's that one. I put that, that's a heavy piece of, let's see, what else? Slide this over this way. Oh, I know what I'm getting ready to offer. I forgot all about this. So, you've all seen your sombreros in these souvenir shops. Well, this is not from a souvenir shop because it is branded on the inside Pigalle, and it's got 5 X's, and I'll show it to you the best I can. This is the real deal, guys. This is not one of your um, souvenir shop. It's from a hat place. We'll move it in and hold it still. And nothing's wrong with it. It's blue velvet, and we'll start this at 12. Look how, and it's in great. Can look at the lower. Look at the lower part. So, like I said, this isn't one of your inexpensive souvenir things, and Lenore's at 12. Of course, your head can't be very big because I tried it on and I have a big head, but yes, it is beautiful. It is very detailed. Every sequin is in place. It's just a beautiful representation of Mexico. And I've never heard of that shop, but it is from PIG. So I see PIGA. Get my eye on it. It's from PIGALA. You want it to decorate? It is beautiful, though. Man, I couldn't believe it. It is the most beautiful blue velvet. So I see Lenore in at that $12 bid. Look at the little bling on there. Very beautiful. You even have a little band in there that comes in a higher quality type hat. This would be beautiful to decorate, man. Wouldn't that be a nice thing? So I see Lenore in for 12. I do not see any other bids. So we are going to start calling this for Lenore. So we are going to go once to Lenore for that $12 bid. We are going twice to Lenore for that $12 bid. Final and last call. And we are sold to Lenore. Congratulations, sweetie. This is really nice. I mean, I don't know what year it's from, but it is decked out. And congratulations, sweetheart. Man, this is mind blowing, and it's like a blue velvet, and it's from an actual hat place in Mexico. So Lenore gets that one. Congratulations, sweetie. That's nice. That is one heck of a sombrero, just saying. Let me tuck that in right there. I was meaning to show that many moons ago, but a lot of moons have passed since then, right? So, let's move these hats. Set that over there for the time being. And this is really sweet, you guys. This is a plaque that is numbered, and it's by Angelique Inspirations collection, which is produced on ceramic, a limited edition presentation, restricted to maximum of 95 firing days, and crafted to exacting standards of the Bradford Exchange. And it's from 2001. And boy, this is a good one. And I'll start this one at $6, guys. It's real sweet. It's a serenity prayer. And isn't that beautiful? The little angel, and it is a collector from the Bradford Exchange. God grant me the serenity. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yes. And here's everything that is on the back. There's your plate number at the top. But I just thought the little the little girl on there was just so precious. Serenity. Maybe hold it still. Just a beautiful piece of, the Bradford Exchange from 2001. So it does have age on it. But I just thought it was just so precious. That little girl, little angel. Yeah, Bradford Exchange makes a lot of commemorative things. And you have your little hanger on the back right there. And like I said, there's all your information right there. So we will put that over there. Over here, rather. Let's see, what's next? Let's see. I think we'll bring this up. This is something that you probably don't hear about a lot. And you probably would, in 1,000 years, wouldn't guess. I think Nana knows what it is. So it's listed as many things, but what this is, and this is hand painted, and there is an artist's signature on there, but it is a hair receptacle. So I guess back in the day in Victorian times, when the ladies cleaned their hairbrushes, they would put that is hand painted. It does have a signature. They would save their hair and put and make things out of it. Now, is that a strange practice? Probably so, but that is hand painted. It is very old. Let me get you the specs on it. And we'll start that at $8. I mean, you could use it as uh, a trinket dish or whatever, and that would be nice. But that's what it is a hair receptacle from back in the Victorian times. I guess it was very uncouth to leave your brush somewhere and it had hair in it. The things were a lot different back then than they are today. I usually find my daughter's in the thing on the vacuum cleaner after her hair's rather long, after it spins 1,000 times. But yeah, that's what they did. A hair receptacle. Now that's a conversation piece. So, and there's so many descriptions. I believe it's porcelain. I believe I can tell by the feel of it, but it is hand painted with the most. I think those are flowers. I don't know the type, but it is a beautiful. There is your fired gold. There you have it. I have wood floors, so my Swiffer pile is always filled with mine and my daughter's hair. Hello, Husam. Thank you for coming in. I remember you coming in one other time. Welcome in, sweetie. I am doing great. How about you? I remember you coming in before. Thank you for being here. A hair receptacle. It's probably from the 1800s, probably. So, moving on, let's see what we have here. So we have another piece of amber glass, and I'll have to make a picture of this. And that is Carnival on the inside, Carnival glass. Well, it's Carnival glass all over. And here's the back of it. It has like little blackberries or raspberries. And I'm pretty sure it's vintage, and it's been a while, so I'll make a picture. And I'll start this one at $8. More than likely, it is vintage, and that's probably what attracted me to it. Let me make a quick picture. And thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Try to move some of these things out so I can bring some more in. You know the rotation, if you got to keep that rotation. So this is Indiana glass. Let's see, Indiana glass. These are loganberries. My fault. Loganberries. That's a loganberry, whatever a loganberry would be. And it is like a carnival glass effect to it. But it's Indiana glass. Let's see what else it says. But those are loganberries. Never heard of one. Learn something new every day. I'll give you a measurement on it. So where's the let me go back. The biggest across measurement on this piece would be 7 inches, and it is about 7 long. I'm trying to get a more detailed. Maybe I clicked on the wrong one. But once you start collecting something, you get hooked. But yeah, those are loganberry, and it is Indiana Carnival glass. Well, I wouldn't know what a loganberry was if I fell into a patch of them, which I wouldn't want to because that would be painful, wouldn't it? I know a lot of times snakes hang around blackberries and raspberries, and this girl does not like snakes nor spiders. But there's a close up of that right there. And there's that piece. I've got a couple of things somewhere. Let's refer to this over here. So, what next? It's like going to a nail salon and trying to pick a color. Oh, let's do these. All you salt shake lovers out there. I need to move these. They're small, but set these over here. We have stay there. So let me take a quick picture of these, but they are really, really vintage, and they are Chinese. Let's see. And of course, the salt is the larger one because you use more salt than you do pepper. And let me take a picture. And they have the most elegant hand painted scene of like an outside bridge or something. Man, Google's slow today. Let's see. We need both of them, not just one. So this is a vintage hand painted. There's several of them on here. Man, I didn't know they had so many. I think I just about. Okay, these are vintage and hand painted. I think someone Thank you, Hussam. It's big. It's about 3,000 square feet worth of house and a basement under it. Now, if you want to know, I'll start these at, let's start the set at $7 because you have a beautiful hand painted depiction of like a Japanese bridge type thing. These are old, guys. Your stopper's inside where someone pushed it in there. These are old. That's your salt. And here is your pepper. These are absolutely hand painted with a very beautiful scene on them. And it goes all the way around. It is a match set. That doesn't happen very often. I think they're ceramic, but you get both of them, and they are very different. If you're a collector and you like to collect these things, this would be the ticket right here. Because you get a matching set. A lot of times these things are separated, one gets broken, or but these are in good shape except for the stopper that got pushed in the bottom. Oh, there we go. You do have the stopper. How would you get a stopper out of there? Very carefully, right? You'd have to get it right to the end of that hole and get it out. But yes, these are really, really pretty. I thought they were nice. The Japanese and the Chinese are very renowned for their beautiful landscape paintings. And are these. It's like a kind of like a bridge, I guess you would call it. Give me a drink of something here. I'm getting thirsty. All that. So we will place these over here, and we will move on to this. Now this would make a nice. I think it's older. I'm not sure. You could put candy in it. This is all glass. There's your bottom. And we'll start this one at 7. There's the inside of it. It is completely glass. It's just would be you could even present a person's gift in it to kind of jazz things up again. There you on the top. It has some weight to it. You have your silver bow right there, and all of it is glass. I do believe it's older, judging by the pattern, and it fits right there. You could do a lot with it, put candy in it, or like decorative, the little tiny bars of soap that are real decorative at Christmas time. You could buy some little ornaments and put lights in it. Would be very pretty. Like get a battery power pack one, but then you'd have to pull it out. But it is heavy glass. And it is approximately 5 inches tall. And it is about 4 inches long on each side, and it has a depth of 3.5 inches. It's just a little nice. Man, that is really thick. That's what I'm in reference to. Just a really neat little doodad, that one of those set-arounds, I guess you'd call it. So there we have it. Okay, the bottom is clear. So just really a neat little receptacle, as I call it. So we will put this over here and on to the next. Let's see here. Move. Okay, what's this? Move this out of the way until I tell you, Bruce and Dennis has everybody spoiled with their jewelry, including me. They offer such high. I mean, the stuff is amazing. It's hard. It'd be hard to compete with these guys. So next up, we have this beautiful footed. I think it may be. So it might be kind of like a fruit bowl. There's your bottom. It's very intricately designed. And I'll start this one at 12. It's got the feet, and I'll let you know exactly what going across. It measures approximately 8.5 inches. I know it's vintage because that's all I want to buy here. From, always attracted to that. So let's go to the camera. I like to know the specifics of something because sometimes there is substance in a name. So, you know, let's do a quick Google search. It does have weight to it. It's really beautiful. And it's a vintage 1980s crystal fruit bowl, likely made of 24% lead crystal with a 3-footed base and rose design on the bottom. This is what they're talking about. It's just really beautiful. Okay, pressed rose and leaf design. Approximately 8.2 to 8 inches in diameter, around 4.75 in height. It's just really beautiful. So it's one of those little fancy doodads. And like I said, there's the bottom. You have your feet, 3-footed. A lot of people do like these footed items. It just depends upon what you're looking for. And there's your rose pattern right there. It's just a really beautiful type bowl that they say it's a fruit bowl. It's a small one, but it's what it is. I could imagine this if someone had glass fruits hard to get a hold of. But that would be really pretty in that. Notice the little banding on the top of that. Just a real beautiful little piece. So there's that one. Moving on. Let's see, what's this? Glass. Okay, what to do, Just out of the way here. Decisions. Let's see. Let's do this. I know this sounds very uncouth, what I'm about to offer, but someone may find it exciting or may remember this, guys. And I know this sounds grotesque. This is a fly catcher. See, the thing is missing on the bottom. A cork probably went in there. It's got those little nubs for feet. However, it could be used for other things. And I'll start this at $7. There's your opening right there. Like I said, you could put a cork in there and put lights in it and hang it on your patio area. But that's what it is, a fly catcher. I just got it because it was different and kind of a conversation piece, but it needs to be cleaned. But there are other things that can be used for. If anyone's interested, I'll tell you how tall that is. So it's a good, let's see, about 6.5 inches tall. It would make a, and I guess that, I don't know if this is original to it or not, but there you have it. I'm thinking about, guys, I've got this, you've seen them probably in Florida in some of your higher end shops. I've got this, it looks like a dome, and there's all pink and lavender shells on it. They're dyed, of course, and it's huge, that you would hang up. I was thinking about hanging it in my dining room because it's pink. Hey, Jessica, welcome in. But I might sell it. I think those things, and it's really, really long. I think those things sell for $80 online, and this one's pink and purple, and it's really pretty. You'd have to have a very tall area to hang it from, but it's pretty. All shells, and they're coming down in different levels on this, so it's really pretty. So there's that one. I'm thinking about selling that. Of course, we've got tall ceilings, and there's a hook that could be hung from. So let's see. Let's do these. I've had these for a little bit. So good to see you, Jessica, and thank you for coming in. We have this little colonial couple, a matched pair. I don't see any markings on them. Look at the bottom of the guy. Colonial, I don't see anything, but I do know they're old. And we have a pair. I don't even remember what I paid for these things. And this is crazy, guys. This is insane. And I'll start the pair for $10, and they are old, and that is totally insane. You have your gentleman right there and his lady friend. As you can see, the detail, see, she's got a ring on her finger, and that's a good deal because these things sell for high dollar. There's her ring, and I'll get the specs on these for you. But I think they're like what you would say colonial or period or something like that. Let me get them in the picture here. Just a really nice little set if you are a collector of things. That's a deal. Let me see how good of a deal it is, though. Let's see. It is. Let's expand that. So, what this is porcelain figures depicting a courting couple, possibly from Barquay or Ronconco, whatever that is. They are hand painted, likely of German origin. Although they may be unmarked, they are porcelain. The style is BAROQUE/ROCOCO, and they're saying possibly German. Entitled The Courting Couple, and they're often sold in sets. Let's see, is that the right one? Victorian Courting Couple. Let's see. Why did that? Hang on just a second. Come on, eBay, get with it. I don't want. Let's see. Oh, these pop ups are killing me. Let's go back. Let's see. The one I want to get to is something keeps popping up. It's getting on my nerves. Let's see. It's a Victorian courting couple. And every time I go to look for it, it pops up something else. But yeah, that's a pretty good deal because I'm not for sure on the age of these things, but they are pretty spectacular. There's your lady right there, and they say often these are not marked. And here's the back of her chair. And here is the fellow right there. Well, that was weird. And there he is. That's a good deal because these are porcelain. And you probably wouldn't find them anywhere else that price. So there's those if you're interested. And they are match set because you can tell by the back of the chairs they are identical in the chairs. So there's that. And next, this is rather delicate. I think this is just precious. Next up, we have this. Let me move these somewhere. Put them back where I got them would probably help. Okay, this is real. I'm just really like this. So let me go. This is what it looks like. It's a little delicate creamer and sugar. And of course, it is older. Notice the little, the way that they're constructed with the little dots. Thank you, Jessica, for coming in. You have a good afternoon, sweetie. So one of them have, let me look this up. One of them have two handles, which is probably the sugar part of it. Let's see. And I'm for sure I made a picture of it. Let's see. Let me go. That needs to be deleted. That's gone, gone, gone. Let's see. I lifted that recently. Now, where is that at? I'm going to have to take another picture. Too much stuff here. Let's make a quick snapshot of this. Move it in a little closer there. But it's really, it's different, to say the least. So, let's see. So what this is a vintage glass crystal serving plate, serving tray, and platter. That's not it. And it's a little clear pressed glass set that has the little knots on it and it are the little balls on it. And I will start this at $8 for the whole thing. It has this really delicate little tray that they go on, and it is a set. As you can see, it does have those little round little balls on it, and one is a creamer and the other is a sugar. It's very delicate. And there's your set right there. I'll give you a measurement on the tray part. It's not very big. I just thought it was really interesting. It is approximately 6.5 inches. The tray is, and then these are just real. Let's see, what's that? About 3 inches on the sugar bowl and the creamer. I just thought it was just such a. It reminds me of a maid. I don't know why. Maybe because of the little thing like on a maid's outfit. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But there's that little set right there. Have to be careful the way I'm handling that. It's got the little knots on it. So there is that one. I just spilled something all the way down the front. Whoops. Let's see here. I've had this around for a while, and I do believe this is Milk Glass. Out of there. And this is rather different as well. So let me make a picture. But here it is. It's very, I believe it is Milk Glass, though. It's a little compote type, kind of a little receptacle thing. There's the bottom. Let me make a quick picture, but I believe it is Milk Glass. And we'll start that one at 7. It is on a pedestal. And let's make a picture. And as you can see, it does have the little pointed edges around there like that. Kind of what I would call it. I guess it's a flower the way it's made. I guess you have the 2 leaves right there that come up. It reminds me of a flower. And we'll take a look to see what that is. So let's see. Oh, it's more than Milk Glass. It is a vintage. I thought it was Milk Glass. It is a vintage Lotus Milk Glass pedestal bowl. It is. Let me see if they're right about what they said. Put it the right way. It helps. About 7 inches tall, but it's a vintage Lotus Milk Glass pedestal bowl. See, Lotus Milk Glass. The bowl is made of high quality glass that is both durable and long lasting. The Lotus brand is known for producing high end quality glassware that is both stylish and functionable. So that is the Lotus Milk Glass. Kind of reminded me of a flower in a way. So there we have it. There's your, of course, it needs to be cleaned up. There's the bottom right there. And it is very reminiscent of a flower because of the way that comes up like that and over, and that is Lotus Milk Glass. So we'll put that one over here and on to the next. Let's see here. Okay. Let's do these two. So a lot of your better pieces come from Noritake, Japan, known for quality for centuries. This is going to be for the set because they match. You know, it's Noritake Nippon chrysanthemum design. And first off, you have this. I'll start both of them at see, at 18 for both, and you're getting two quality Nortaki Japan pieces in the same pattern, and you're also getting the this is by the same company, Nortaki Japan. There you have your gold on there. It's not chipped nor cracked. There's not a break at all in the detailing with the fired gold at all. There you have that. It matches this perfectly. And both of them are 18, and that's a pretty sweet deal, really, for both because they both have the same matching pattern as the other one does. And this one is a sugar bowl, clean as a whistle. There's the inside of it, and then even your lid is very intricately with the fired gold. But the set is 18 here, and then here you have your little gravy boat. But I just couldn't part to separate them because they go together, they match. And these were bought at two different times. It's really, really beautiful Nortaki. That's your higher end Japan pieces. And it's called Gardenia, and this is number 3056. Let's see what this one is. And like I said, I bought these at two different times, and that was so odd. But they are part of a set because this as well has 3056. So that was like lightning striking twice in the same spot. But man, is it gorgeous. Even the gold on that is perfect. There's not a break in it. So if you like to collect that, who knows, maybe I'll find another piece of it. But yeah, those are all go to the same set. So there's that. You never know what you're going to find out there. Let's see. Over here. Set that right there. And what's next? Let's see. Decisions. I've got some stuff on the back, but man, at the time I got to it, it'd be this time tomorrow. Let's see. Let's do this one. Here we have this little precious scarab, and we'll start this one at. Let's do this one at 6, and this is considered a big trinket box. It is an angel. It does have the fired gold on it around the wings of an angel. It is not marked. Press this to open it up. It is a trinket box. The only thing going on with this one, which is kind of insignificant, and I don't know what happened to it, but you got that going on right there. But when the lid is closed, see the real nice metal around that? But when the lid's closed, you don't even see it. And then you have that little heart right there. I'll give you a measurement as far as height goes. I don't know how that happened. That's odd that it would happen on the inside, not the outside. But I would say it's about 7 inches. It's just a really precious little. It's very decorated across the bottom there. Just a really, really pretty piece. So there's that one. I tell you, that time that big plate fell, it really did some damage. And I cut my hand. It's a wonder if I didn't get hurt worse. But I was reaching out to catch it, and it was already broke. Let's see here. Uh, let's see here. So next up we have this, and she's porcelain, and she as well is by Andrea of Sadek. She is numbered 8260. Andrea by Sadek, made in Japan. And I want to move this, so I'm gonna put this at a $5 buy it now. That might be crazy, but hey, and she is porcelain. There's the little flowers inside of her apron. Here's the tag on the bottom. Let me move it in so you can see. And there she is. She's just a really cute little. There's the back. There's her barefooted. I may have looked like that in another life. It could have. Yep. She's all barefooted. You know what would really be bad to find out, Shell is if you in another life you were a male. That would be terrible. Awful. We'll set her over there. Okay, next up, just when you thought you didn't see enough candy dishes, here comes another one. Let me get the tape off of it. This one is a rather small one. Man, that's so, of course, you know that this one is vintage as well, and I'll tell you a little more about it. There is the bottom of it, and there you have on the inside. And here is the lid. I better plug that in. Let me find the little plug-in thingy. There it is. Your battery is running low. Let me plug this in. Where's that? I've got so much going on up in here. It's not even funny. Let's see. There's that. Look at what I did with that. Aha. Didn't get too far, now did it? Voila. That would be bad to find out that something like that. The universe said that you messed up as a male, so you're coming back as a female, the true superior race. Sorry about that, guys. So you failed. They say, grasshopper, you failed miserably as male. There we go. So let me get. Let's look this up real quick. Let's see. I know I took a picture of it. Let's see. Let's see. I know it's in here somewhere. Time I get to it, let's see here. Jiminy Crickets. Let's see. Aha. I found it. Let's see. This is a vintage KIG Indonesia clear glass candy dish with lid. Part of a set that includes a large bowl with a lidded dish. So this must have other things to it. Made by it's KIG, known for its innovative designs and glassware. The glass has unique textures, embossed details, and intricate patterns. This item is considered vintage, adding to its collectible value. So we'll start this one at 6. As you can see, it's not very big, but and then you'll notice around the handle, little thing, it's kind of got ribs to it. As you can see that as I tilt that back. I'll tell you what the height is on this one. Let's see, about 6.5. It's just a real little tiny one. It's old though. I think the inside's really beautiful as well. Here's your bottom right there. Just a cute little dish. I think the reason why that's got that going on so it's so tiny so that when you get a hold of it, you won't drop the lid, probably. That's probably the reasoning behind that. Okay, I have some more things that I haven't touched yet, so we will move this over here and go on to the next. So, there's that. Alrighty then. This one kind of reminds me of the candy dish that I sold Bell. Look at this. And this is a 2-piece set. It is a sugar bowl with the creamer. And man, this has got some age on it. Here is the coordinating. And I'll start this at $10 for the set. Check that out. Look how intricate that is. Let's see. It's very intricate. It's a set. There's your bottom on that. I've had this for a while. That's a deal on that to get either or for that price. Let me take a picture and I'll kind of tell you what you're. Ooh, that's lead crystal, I think. You hear that pinging noise? You want the pedestal dish before this set. Now, what did I do with it? Mine just went totally. Isn't that bad where you're. Oh, the little one, the little tiny one? That one. I think that's the one that little hand. I gotcha, Showbell. Since you're the only claim in the chat, we'll just hand that right over to you, and that is yours, sweetie. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And that's it. Man, that thing it's small, but it's got a lot going on. So that goes to Showbell. And I know where me and Shell Bell would be if we wasn't here. We'd be over there at Bruce and Dennis's. How guilty are we? Oh well, at least I'm truthful, right? We would be over there with, we would. I am so guilty. Next on, I need to get something. Hang on just a second. Okay, I'm going to bring this in. Okay, watch what I'm doing. Easy does it. These were right outside the door, so we'll bring these in. These are very different if you like something decked out. Let me slide, I want to slide those back over there because there's something else that I want to bring out of there. I don't think I ever offered these. We're getting ready to. Okay. I had them tucked back and never offered them. Let's see here. Let's move this over here. These right here, these are very different, guys. Check these out. And I'll have to re-Google them because I don't remember what we're dealing with here. But check that. Look how opaque. I've got two of them. And look how opaque they are. And look where the handle is on those. Let me take a quick picture. But I have two of them. Oddest thing I ever seen. Let me take a picture. Here's your bottom right there. Very opaque. And I thought they were milk glass, but they're not. Let me take a quick picture of these. You guys, my phone just went to YouTube, and guess whose auction I'm looking at right now. Somebody willed that. That didn't happen just by accident. I thought it was weird that it went to Bruce and Dennis's channel automatically. Let's see. That was weird, wasn't it? I'm gonna tell Bruce to quit sending those vibes over here. Okay. Let's see what those are. They're different. I don't think they're odd where the handle is on there. Let's increase that. They're Indiana glass, Tierra satin frosted crystal, Diamond Point tankards, TANKARDS, mugs, glasses. Let's see what year they're from. Let's see. Two Indiana glass, Tierra satin frosted crystal, Diamond Point tank. What's a tankard? I don't understand what. Maybe it's. But yeah, we have two of them, and they're Indiana glass. They're satin like, and I think I'll start these at. Let's start both of them for $7. So look where the handle is on that, and it has that tiara satin frosted crystal diamond pattern. I just thought that they were really odd, and a good odd in a good way though. Okay, they used some terminology that I wasn't used to hearing, but there we go, and we have two of them. Really odd where that handle is though. I felt like it's coming in at almost 4.5 inches. It's not very deep, and it's like three and about 3.25 inches deep. And we have two of them, and well, I guess that would make sense because when you reach for a cup, you usually go like that. So instead of reaching, I just thought they were really different. I'm not for sure what year they're from. Of course, you could use them for something totally different if you wanted to. So there's that. That one right there. Let's see, what else do we have? There's a lot of things to choose from, and I'm not sure. Let's go this way. Let me put these back where I found them. Right here. Let's see, what was I going to do? I forgot. You know you're getting old when you lean over to put something up and you have no clue what. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this little tea set. Okay, we have this. If you like, it's got a little rattan handle. I would have had more cups than that. Guess not. And this is a teapot. It has a rattan handle on it. And you have, this is very Japanese, Chinese. Then you have the little cups that you drink out of. And I've had this for a while. I'll do the whole set for $10. You get 3 cups like that, and the teapot with a rattan handle on it. There's your teapot. Not as pretty as some I've picked up, but needs to be cleaned out. But there's the inside of it, right like that. Shame on them for not cleaning that up before they let that go. But if you're into things like that, and this right here has a raised area on it, just really neat. If that's what you're into. Doesn't compare with some of the other teapots I have bought in the past. So it's approximately about a little over 2.5 inches, the whole set, the whole shebang, and I'll probably have to clean it out. You know, I guess tea does have a very staining nature. So there's that one. If anyone is interested, the teapot itself is approximately, I would say, about 4.5 inches tall. The top part across there is 3.5 inches, and the whole set. Hey, Marzita, welcome in, sweetie. And the whole set is $10 out the door. You get the teapot, and it's very Japanese, and you get 3 matching coordinating cups right there. So that one's up for grabs. But I just thought it was the way it was set up and everything. If you like your, I guess they would make the tea and then pour it inside. So there's that. Sometimes when I go to a Chinese Japanese restaurant, I get their, especially in the wintertime, I get their hot tea. Not much. I drink mostly water. All right, moving on. We have yet another bowl right here, which is very vintage. It's not very big. It does have a flower right there. And all these are raised through here. There's your bottom. And I'll have to take a picture of it because I don't remember. I've had it for a while. Let's see. I need to get in here and get. It's kind of like the basement. You take everything in there and then you just put it there, and you're supposed to go back and take care of it. You just kind of forget about it. Let's see. Don't tell me that had a lid to it. Tell me it's not so. That's not even the one, I don't think. Let me look. How dare them sell? Hang on. I don't think that's the one. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Well, I just bought thinking it was a bowl and it was supposed to be a candy dish that had a lid on it. It was like a beehive. I'll be darned. Huh. I just picked it up because I thought it was older. But anyway, I guess it's still useful. But I guess this down here was like supposed to be part of the beehive, but it is glass and it is older and I couldn't imagine. I see it now. Right there, there's a lip or a little prong right there where that lid went. Right there. Daggone it. They must have broke the top and put out the bottom. Yeah, that I guess it's still useful. I'll be darned. That's my first slip up on an item. There's one, two, three. We'll set that over there and go on to the next. Okay, what did I do with it? Well, there's a lot of things to the back for another day. Well, guys, I hate what time is it? 6, 7, 8, almost 3 hours. I'm going to go ahead and close down for the night, you guys. Really need to go back through everything, and probably will be discounting it even more. So I really appreciate everyone that came in and things like that. I think I'm going to call it a night because I'll be busy, busy, busy. You're so welcome, Chevelle. You guys have a great rest of your night. I will let you know when I'm on with Toochman. He had to take an appointment that came available and he had to take it, and that was the only one he could get. So I really appreciate all your purchases. You probably will, Lenore, because I think I'm headed over to Bruce and I'm going to get on him for sending vibes over here. No kidding, guys. My phone automatically went to YouTube and I didn't touch it. And guess whose auction was on? So I'll probably see you somewhere in an auction. I'll get started on these items and get them invoiced and sent out. Hopefully, one of them, Lenore's, is already in a box. I'll just wrap it and keep it safe for her. So I really appreciate all your purchases. Good night to you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Love you guys. Good night, and thank you for being here once again. Thank you so much. Bye bye.